Hi, I'm Cheshire from Cheshire Plays Games, just in case anyone doesn't know that. Next person. This is where we go around and we say who we are.
My name is Raaanch. Oh. What are we doing?
Hi, I'm Kody. I'm the co-host of Fish and the Merfolk podcast, where we have a weekly podcast where we discuss Merfolk in all formats. We've even had an episode about Brawl, and we talk about Merfolk and Merfolk accessories. And we're on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, wherever you can find us. You just search FishcastMTG and you'll likely find us.
Brilliant. I am Raaanch. You can find me at youtube.com/mtgmcquacks, on Twitter at youtube.com/themanasource, and on Twitch at youtube.com/twitch.tv/NatesonTV.
Wow. And last but not least,
Silasary. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Silasary, at Twitter as twitter.com/Silasary. You can find Penny Dreadful at pennydreadfulmagic.com, and pretty much anywhere else you want to search the word Silasary, I will be there.
and I am Cheshire from Cheshire Plays Games, which I think I said at the start, but I'm saying it again because, you know what, I like breaking the rules. You can find me at twitch.tv/Cheshire Plays Games, or youtube.com/Cheshire Plays Games, or on Twitter at Twitter something. It's hard because my brain always stops with Twitter because my Twitter is at Cheshire Plays.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Raaanch. Cool, let's go. Let's do this.
All right. Yes, I won the die roll, so that's pretty neat.
Okay, so Silasary is playing Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Kody from Fishcast is playing Kumena, Tyrant of Orazaka. I can never say that. And Raaanch is playing Huatli, Radiant Champion.
And Cheshire is playing Rashmi.
I'm playing my bae, Rashmi.
God, I hate planeswalkers.
Which is why you played it. Let's see here.
He's playing it because he likes Lesnar and he needed a deck.
Oh, that's also fair.
Hello, aptly YouTuber.
Let's see here. I'm going to. I feel like I don't know. I'll keep it. Whatever. I'll do it. I pass priority.
I'm gonna keep.
I'm gonna mulligan.
This is the bit where I remind everyone that F8 is a key and you should use it.
Yes.
So
Oh,
actually,
I've
gotten away from using any of the hotkeys because when I'm playing modern, I click through my turn sometimes, and so if I just have it set like that, then I just for commander sure, but I won't do it for a competitive format.
Yeah, that's fair. I find
Commander
F8 is
Brawl.
really useful for multiplayer though, because honestly, if you tap out, then you don't need to say, yes, I will let you have your entire turn 3 times before you untap.
That's fair. That is a very fair point. All right, that's a solid forest ranch.
I like it.
I don't want him having it when he has like forests. It makes me real nervous because I want forests. Why can't I have the forests ranch? How could you do this to me? I will build a monument in your name. Monument. Ugh. I need more of this coffee. This coffee's delicious.
Coffee.
Actually-
What kind of coffee?
It's just instant. But it's coffee and it's delicious.
Not a monument.
Yeah, there's a lot of monumenting going on. I brewed coffee before I started streaming at 9 p.m. my time, which was 2 hours ago, and it's still just a tiny bit warm, like not warm enough to be good.
Has my XSplit... No? There it is. Okay, great. For a second there, I think my XSplit decided to die.
All right, and here we go.
Oh shit! Buckle up.
Oh wait, no, not that way. What am I doing? I know how to play Merfolk. All right, we're starting out with Silvergill Adepts.
Oh, it's the beautiful adept at that. It's the pretty one.
Yeah.
Not like the new fandangled ugly one.
I actually really like the new promos. That's what I have for when I play in paper. But yeah, I do like this art though.
It is quite good.
For sure.
I noticed your whiteboard land there.
Yeah, actually, so I have a funny story. I like making people tilt, and for when I play in limited paper events, I actually have these same lands. I have 20 of each white border 7th edition basic,
Ooh.
and yeah, they're all pre-sleeved. So whenever I go to like a sealed pre-release or a draft, I just always have my white border basics and.
Don't
You're gonna
answer.
really love the basics I've chosen for this deck then.
I'm excited. Are they all mismatching?
Technically not.
I love it already.
I don't need my lands untapped. What are you talking about? This is fine.
Just play in Cheshire. It's okay.
Thank you, R. Bartlett. Search for Escanta!
All right. Well, Search for Scanta is pretty neat, I guess.
I wish I had kept my promo copy. It's one of those things like I don't really do foils, and I don't know if anyone remembers, but the original flip promos and the original flips foil cards had an issue where they didn't have a middle layer. They didn't have the foam layer, and I actually had the Search for Escanta version, and ended up selling it to somebody for quite a good amount of dosh. But I've regretted it ever since, even though I don't like foils. It's that fact of having such a unique card in your collection, and I was like, oh, now I kind of regret it.
Yeah. The one that got away.
Yeah.
All right. So who should I attack? I won't attack anybody just yet. I don't want to make 2 enemies just yet. And I'm just going to go ahead and cast this guy right here. Or lady. I can't tell if it's a lady or not.
I'm pretty sure it's a lady.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Given
I'll cast this young
the way
lady here. Mer lady. I don't know how Merfolk. We've actually had this debate on the show where we didn't know how Merfolk, or I think it was most changelings specifically, but like how they express gender or how they identify gender.
Well, I'd imagine that Merfolk are probably. I'd say that they're probably more like fish, right? I mean, because that makes sense. But changelings would just be like whatever they feel like being.
Yeah, that's fair. They could just
very much I rolled out of bed today and I feel male.
Yeah. Or I'm rolling out of the bed today. I don't feel like being either. Screw you guys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be in a thing that exists in the world.
Exactly. Ooh, saplings.
We got some saplings up in here.
You know it, baby. They're just gonna sit there and look cute.
I do really like that sapling art. It's just like super colorful and like it has these little tentacles sticking out, like a ammonite, just kind of like.
Did you say an Omanite? Are we really going Pokemon?
Yeah. We can go Pokemon. Doesn't have to all be magic. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry, people in my stream. I did not mean to do that. I pulled up the wrong tab. It's not what you think it was, but it is.
Merfolk porn!
I'm searching how Merfolk procreate. That's ooh.
Yeah. I hit 330 followers here on Twitch and 4K views last night. Night
baby.
before. Yeah. Smashing
Hey
it.
Kyle, what's up? Welcome to the chat. My buddy Kyle joining in the chat on my side, not your side.
Yeah, we're both
Oh,
talking to our
that's-
chats. Thank you, Bartlett.
Yeah.
I also hit
see here.
477 followers on YouTube, so I'm so close to that 500. And when I hit that 500, I'm going to give away maybe 1 or 2 Planeswalker decks from M19, considering I have a full unopened set here.
Ooh.
Oh, Kyle said he's been creeping for the last hour, so that's good.
Yay for creepers. They really do
Yeah,
make the world go round.
They really do. I appreciate how much you creep. I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and do this and cast Kumena.
Ooh. This is going to get gross real fast.
Yup.
Or real slow.
This is going to get gross real slow.
No, I want to keep my merfolk to be tapped for reasons.
Is it because you're playing Convoke cards? You see what I
I
did there?
wish. I honestly didn't. I honestly didn't look into. I have not opened one pack of M19. I don't even know what the cards look like. I just I got my playset of Mistcallers and that's it.
I see how it is. I opened lots of M19. I actually went all in on a case, mostly so I could get as many Nexus of Fate that I could. I'm one of those people.
As long as you keep 4 for yourself, you're fine.
Yeah, I've got a whole playset. I have a whole playset.
Let's see what Raaanch is up to. I don't like how he's tapping his lands.
Oh,
This came in just now. I wish I would have kept the fucking sapling card. But what can you do?
But still, I kind of wish that I had have kept some mana open so I can counter that, because that's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
Especially when you
could say so.
eternalize an Adorned Pouncer, that's just gross.
Ugh. Blah.
Alright, everyone else seems to want to be playing their commanders, so I want to play mine.
Rashmi is pretty sweet.
She's such good value. Such good value. I remember when the set first got spoiled, as soon as this was spoiled, I was like, I want that commander. So I went down to my friendly local game store and bought a foil copy. I was like, keep your eyes open. If you get a copy, let me know. And then within a week, he's like, oh yeah, you want to come down and buy that copy? It's like $11. I'm like, done. And now it's like, yeah,
You're like, no problem.
$11, I can do that. Because in the future, like, this is going to be a very sought after commander. I mean, even now, I think people know that it's just a really good, you know, Simic commander. But going down further down the track, people are going to be like, actually, it's not just really good, it's extremely good.
Yeah, I mean, just like getting a free spell every turn, I guess that's okay. I suppose.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to cast this thing, and sometimes I'll just get to draw a card, but other times I'll get to actually play an extra card for free.
For free, yeah. It kind of reminds me of Yidris. When they released Yidris as one of the precons, and I built a Yidris Oops, I Win deck, and I played it, I think, twice, and then I took it apart.
Ooh.
It was just like, oh, what cards have Cascade on them? All of these ones, okay. They're all in the deck.
You know what I just noticed? We don't have any decks that have black and or red.
Well,
So,
I
yeah.
would... Yeah.
If you have
I do
a look
like
at my
these-
basics, see what I mean about not quite mismatched?
I like it. I love it. In fact, this is amazing. Oh man, you're my hero right now.
Oh, speaking of awesome basics, Raaanch, my goodness. I saw somebody on one of the Australian Facebook pages, one of the trade pages, put up a whole bunch of Mercadian Mask foil islands
Oh god.
Oh, why did you tag me in that?
because they wanted way too much for them. like way too much.
How much?
Like $20 a pop.
Yeah, it's way
that's
too much.
nuts.
Yeah, it's way too much. If it had been like, you know, around normal price, I would have just been like, I want those, all of them. Give them to me.
All of them.
Grab your hands. Because again, I don't do foils, but there's certain cards you just look at and you go, yeah, actually, I'll do that in foil. It's a huge conundrum for me.
All right, let's do some Vine Shaper Mystic things.
No, we don't want you to do that. No.
I like doing Vine Shaper Mystic things.
Meanwhile, Ranch is like, look at my tokens, dudes.
Yeah, seriously.
I have sweet sapperlings.
It's a sweet deck.
Sweet decks are sweet.
At least it seems to be working. Uh-oh.
Well,
Ugh.
Anointed Procession is a thing, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Let's see here. Just gonna pass for now.
Ooh, with that army up? Sure. That's fine.
Everything's fine, you guys. Don't worry about it.
Everything's fine.
Excuse me.
Haha, you're in danger.
Yeah.
I think I have an audio for that. Hang on.
Life forms. You tiny little life.
Okay, so this is the question point where I ask, should I commit the Anointed Procession?
Where are you?
Should you do what to the Anointed Procession?
Commit. Put it on, 2 down on top of library.
Oh, commit to okay. I think that it's a problem, but I'm also not Ranch, so I think. So I mean, it's definitely up to you, but Legion's Landing is gonna start doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Look, at least it was you and not me.
Hey, I'm expecting you to hold up a counterspell when it comes back down.
Oh, that's awkward.
I have one counterspell in this deck. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Ranch having multiple lifelinkers there. It's not right.
I think I'm a
There's
little
only
bit
one.
more worried about somebody's mutant army of mutant fishmen and women.
Yeah, that's
And people.
that's my concern
And
too.
ladies.
That's why I said men and women and things and people.
All right.
Huatli's
Let's
down.
warrior poet it up. Oh, is she a warrior poet yet? No, she's a radiant champion.
Mm-hmm.
She was a warrior poet at the beginning of Ixalan.
She's a warrior poet and she didn't know it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had
Hey,
to.
that rhymed. I wish you could do that all the time.
Cost you, actually.
Yeah, I'm on my PC side. If I was on my Mac side, I would be able to do audio drops, but I don't have anything on this setup yet.
I have everything
Oh.
tied to my stream deck.
Oh, like for audio drops?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, stream deck's real good. Just if you're thinking of streaming any FPS style games, just watch it because the
Oh,
stream deck is
absolutely not.
quite hungry. Quite hungry.
Mm.
It eats up memory like there's no tomorrow.
So I've only streamed 3 games this year. They were Magic: The Gathering, Age of Empires 2, and Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People, Volume 1.
Yeah.
The blast from the past.
It's like, if that tells you what kind of human I am.
The
also have a
awesome
poster of
kind.
I have a poster of bacon and eggs in my office, so
It's true.
that's
He
why it's
does.
never
You
too
can
late
see it
for
on stream.
breakfast.
Never too
It's
late.
never too late for breakfast.
Especially bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
Oh man, B&E all the time.
I don't know. You guys have that weird
B&E's a
Canadian
choice for
ham
me.
thing.
No. We got the regular strip bacon too. Come on, we
It's just
just
in
got
addition-
internet.
It's in addition to. It's like Canadian bacon plus regular. They set it next to the regular bacon.
I still want poutine.
Well, get your ass up here.
Well, that's...
See, I actually want to go to Canada, but for a totally different reason than poutine. I want to taste puppers, and there's nowhere around me that will get puppers for me.
I don't think they cook dog.
No, puppers is a beer. That was made because of a Canadian TV show that I enjoy so much.
Here, one of the names for
I'll
dogs
be-
is puppers.
I'll be completely honest. I am a raving alcoholic, and I've never seen it.
Oh, so have you ever seen the show Letterkenny?
I know of it, but no, I've never watched
Oh,
it.
it's an amazing TV show. I've been torrenting it for years, and it finally just came on Hulu. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But let's see here. Should I do this first, or should I do that first? Let's see here. How much mana do I have? 6 mana? That's not enough. Okay, let's...
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's not too bad. I'm going to send Shaper Apprentice at Cheshire. I'm going to send Vine Shaper Mystic. Silasary did get rid of
Red alert! All hands to battle stations!
Anointed Procession, so that's...
Engage.
So that's pretty nice, all right. So I don't want to hit her for too much. Honor the agreement, you know. Actually, you know what? So what I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm gonna send the flyer at Huatli, and I'll send one of the rude but fair. I'll send the Silver Gill at Chesh and see what happens. All right, let's get some damage. Let's get some damage happening. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, sure. All right, I'm okay with you looking, scroll racking or Sensei's divining topping.
Yeah, divining
That's
top.
totally fine. Yeah,
It's better than top.
it's better on top, for sure. I concur. All right, and then let's do this. 1, 2, 3.
Something tells me I should have kept the counter spell. Poof.
Let's play some Armorcraft Judge.
Sure, draw those cards.
You got it. I'll do my darndest. All right, so I'm gonna have to discard like 2 cards. That was a sick draw. Let's see here. Let's get rid of that and that. All right, Raaanch, here you go. I'm simultaneously sorry and not sorry about what I did.
Uh-huh.
You will be. You will be.
But yeah, so Puppers is basically just a beer that they have in the show, and then they got a company to make it for them.
I wonder if it's like a local brew, because if it's in a certain province, local brews only stay in that province.
Oh.
Nice.
Wow. That's pretty sweet. So is that like the law like nationally in Canada where like you can't take alcohol across provinces?
Well, the thing is that if it's a local brew, for you to sell, like if like hypothetically, let's say there's a certain brewery in the province of Ontario, they can
Sure.
only sell within the province of Ontario. They're not allowed to sell within Quebec or whatever, et cetera, et cetera. Unless they get amalgamated by one of the bigger manufacturers. It's a real shit situation, because a lot of good beer has to stay within the provinces, so we all get screwed because the big beer producers, because their shit sucks.
Like Bud Light and
Yeah.
that kind of garbage, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Stack Brewery. They're in Ontario.
Oh, well then I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I can't actually recommend it because I've never tried it, but it's definitely one of those things that like I want to try it because of its association with the show, and I just never have had the opportunity. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
You're gonna have so
That's-
many cards in your hand.
Oh, all the. So that doesn't work. Okay, well, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw another card.
Sure.
Was the best solution to drawing too many cards?
I was just like,
There's
this army's
never-
too big. Need to
There's
wait it
never-
downstairs.
There's never such thing as drawing too many cards. Never.
Never. Except if you've got like maybe one card left in your deck. And then maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That sounds like a problem for future Kody to solve. I'll
Exactly.
let future Kody solve that problem. All right, well, that was fun.
Just to put the
And
boot in
your
the
tech-
ribs just a little bit. Hey, turnabout is fair play. You hit me for 5. I'm only hitting you for 2.
That's fair, I suppose. I'll allow it. This time. I'm gonna definitely have to discard some magic cards. I don't like it. No sir, no sir, I don't like it.
Oh, Ren and Stimpy.
We covered Ren and Stimpy on the new show. Let's see here, Past Kody has mad delegation skills. Oh, thanks, Mr. Plorg. I appreciate that. Both myself and John Dunning started a new podcast called U-Tunes, and we discussed a lot of the early Nicktoons in our first episode. So we definitely made it from Doug to Angry Beavers. So we didn't quite get to like a lot of the later stuff, but.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like so sorry that I can't like let you have something that will allow you to like, you know, never lose the game.
You don't want her to not lose the game?
I know, right? Crazy.
What a jerk.
I only have 2 of the 3 standard legal Gideons in this deck.
Yes, but you do have a way to get it back. Memory.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get some magic cards onto the table.
Meanwhile, Ranch is just like, Well, no one's targeting me. This is nice.
Still trying to figure out what to do.
Well, the next thing that you do is you play the Anointed Procession, and then you attack anyone with your Adorned Pouncer, and hope that they block it, so then you can bring back 2.
Yeah.
Let's play a Vine Shaper Mystic here.
Although it probably would have been better if your Huatli had have lived, because you could have done the +X to your Adorned Pouncer, and then hit somebody for a very muchly a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The most damage.
Yes, the mostest of
All the
damages.
damage you might, yeah, all the damage you might say.
And then you could do like the Invader Zim cackle, the
Yes, indeed. Okay, I'm done. I passed the turn. Just gonna F8 it out. I really hope that past Kody has mad delegation skills, but given where I've landed in my life, it probably is not true. Let's see here. Discard that. I've got enough cards in my hand.
What jerk would make you have that many cards in your hand that you'd have to be discarding all your merfolk? You should
A really
totally
big
kill that
jerk.
dude.
A really big jerk. What a meanie head.
We're talking about Kumena, right?
Yeah,
It's all Kumena's fault.
it's all Kumena's fault. Damn them merfolks. Thinking they're all superior because they can both walk on land and breathe in the water. Jerks.
Not all merfolk can walk on land. The Lorwyn merfolk can't, but they have tide shapers that help. They can basically lift themselves up in bubbles of water. So
I'm gonna count that as walking.
Fly. I can fly, no big deal. You guys walk on legs? That's cute.
They still have mastery of 2 domains.
Yes, definitely. There's a flyer right here on the board. Shaper Apprentice is showing us all up by being able to swim, walk, and fly.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Ooh,
Yes.
that's nice.
Kyle in my chat said, I need the next dual deck to be Merfolk versus Homerids.
There is no more dual decks.
Yeah, that's basically the story of Empress Galena and the when the Ice Age happened and the Homerids were able to reproduce better in the cold water. So the Homerids started taking over the oceans of Dominaria, pushing the Merfolk back.
Okay, but let's fast forward a couple million years and talk about dual decks Merfolk versus Cephalids.
Okay. Yeah, that would be an interesting dual deck, I think. But it would need to have meaningful Merfolk reprints for me to be excited. I think the most meaningful Merfolk reprint that they need to put out is Cavern of Souls. That would be sweet.
Now I'm just imagining from the Vault Cavern of Souls, each one with a different tribal theming to it. And that sounds really good.
It sounds really good, except for that humans doesn't need another 5-color land.
No, it's still Cavern of Souls. It's just you have a box with 12 different artworks for Cavern of Souls.
I'm sorry, Raaanch.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Don't say you're sorry.
It's not over until it's over?
That's true.
Ooh. Nope. That one, I guess. Oh, that's horrible. It actually forces me to pay the extra one.
Oh, no. Poor baby. You poor thing.
You don't have a dinosaur?
I won't. No, I don't have a dinosaur. I wanted to play it for free. Ranch hit okay.
Sorry?
I'm waiting for you to hit okay. There we go.
Oh, sorry. I'm
That's all
trying
right.
to deal with some lowballing piece of shit here locally on my thing.
That's always fun. And by always, I mean never.
You are producing magic content. Why are you not taking this more seriously, sir?
Who is?
All of us.
All of us except
Three
for
out-
Ranch.
Yeah, 3 out of 4. My channel's dead.
Ranch is trying to not get cheated out of as many dollary dues as he was last year.
Yeah.
Oh no! No!
That's not cool.
So I shouldn't have attacked. I should have held back.
You should not have attacked.
No, sir. No, sir. I don't like it one bit.
Rashmi, no!
Back to the brawl zone with ye. I guess it's just called the command zone, but
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty
it
much.
can't be quite the command zone.
It should just be the Brawl Zone because that makes sense, but whatever. What would I know? I'm just a content creator.
Card Kingdom would have to reprint it'd have to print a whole new playmat, and how could you expect them to do that?
I know, right? You know what? I'm not even going to counter that. I'm just going to let it through.
You should have countered it. You
No, I'm
should
gonna
have
let
showed
it
her who's boss.
I'm going to let one of you take care of it.
Yes, my green-white deck with no removal.
Your creatures are removal. What are you talking about? Also,
Sure,
I I maybe don't have a cannon spell right now.
You lied to us.
No, I didn't. I said to you that I would let it through and that I wouldn't counter it, which is technically correct. Because I had to.
You had a
Fair.
counter spell, you used it to dig for cards.
Yes,
Yeah,
there
that's
is
true.
That said, I used my counter spell to ramp, so we're all bad at this.
We're all playing blue wrong. I'm playing blue for creatures. Silasary is using blue to ramp.
Well, I mean, this is
And
technically
Cheshire-
correct.
Yeah. Using blue to ramp, I think, is actually incredibly wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Let's do this post combat.
Brawl Zone's too
Yes.
easily confused with Battlefield. I agree, Crusher J. Nice to see you, buddy. How you doing?
I mean,
Hi,
isn't that
friend.
just- isn't this that what we call the red zone?
I call it the
What, being
danger
combat?
zone. Because that's where all the dangerous
I saw
things
it.
happen.
I saw it because I was inverted. Because I was inverted. Oh no, your guy has flying. What?
I'm like, you're attacking with a single flyer? Okay, that's totally going to take care of Teferi.
It
Hashtag
will
awkward.
actually. No, it won't. But
How heroic of you to intervene like that.
It was quite indeed, indubitably.
Indubitably, twirl of mustache.
That was actually a very suboptimal way to do that. But okay, well, I'm good at magic.
So am I. Look at my board. Oh.
At least my guys are hexproof until next turn. That's never backfired on anybody before.
That was definitely Ranch.
What, me burping? Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, Ranch, I have a hard-hitting journalistic question for you. You keep
Shoot.
saying your channel's dead, but then you keep opening packs and filming
just
it and
do it.
putting it on YouTube.
But when's the last? God, it must be at least like a month.
Month.
Yeah. I just do it because I don't have time to devote to new content or anything like that.
Okay, that's
With
fair.
like full-time job, hockey, girlfriend, like I just don't have time.
No, that's understandable. It's just funny because like every once in a while I see a tweet from you like I'm done, and then like a little bit later I just see another video. I'm like, oh, okay, he's back.
Yeah, I just put them up every now and then just for kicks.
And
Hey,
then
if
ends
that's
up
what
getting
works
more
for
views
you.
than any of my videos get.
Yeah, man.
It's because of those glorious locks. It's when you twirl your head and just the hair just flies out of your eyes. It's glorious.
Yeah.
I maintain it's just because his voice is like butter.
No, I don't. Not with this shitty microphone.
Must be that Canadian accent. I don't know. I guess it just does it for me.
What are you talking about?
I've never heard him say a boot. Oh, okay. There was one time that I heard him say a boot, but that was because I had said it, and he's like, "We don't all say a boot."
It's true. We don't.
I recommend
we'll
checking
just do
out
that.
Letterkenny. It's
No, definitely Bartlett. We're talking about salted butter for sure.
fish oil. I'll let the damage through.
So
You
salty.
bastard.
I feel I don't know why, but the fact that you have like 7 mana up, it's just it's
Okay.
Seems a little fishy.
Says the Merfolk player.
Yeah, I know what fishy is. I'm not.
It's a little fishy. Look at all my Merfolk. They're completely fishy.
They're only mostly fishy. Neat.
I like big constructs and I cannot lie. Hey, Silasary. Is this alright by you? I've got a feeling you don't have a counter spell.
So the question here is, do I want to just let you tuck him, or do I actually put it to the command zone and make him more expensive? And I think I'm happy tucking him for now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'd tuck, personally. Because it's a case of, like, well... You don't want to pay the extra on a Teferi. Just no need
Right.
to.
Well, I mean, technically, you're only paying regular price because the fairy untaps 2 lands.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, for the first time in forever, you're casting Teferi for its price. All right.
I mean,
let's-
that's assuming I have things at instant speed I can do afterwards.
yeah, that's fair, but you're playing blue-white.
Yeah, I also, like, without Raph on the field, I don't have much I do at instant speed.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah. Oh wait, I ruined that. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
you did. That's why I'm giggling like a little schoolboy. Because I find it hilarious.
Hilarious.
Well,
Look
that
at that
looks really
construct.
weird.
Yeah, can't you just put Teferi on top of your library with the search?
I can. I don't
Yeah.
think I want to, but I can. I'm yet to actually discard anything at all with the search, because
Because that's all
the
too
way
good.
it works, you know, everything is decent, and unless I'm actively hurting for lands, I don't really want to just ditch stuff.
Okay.
once it flips naturally, that sounds useful. But
Sure.
right now, very much a matter of I don't want to just flip it for the sake of discard stuff for the sake of discarding stuff.
Hey,
Yeah,
Silasary,
that's fair.
is there a second sun in that deck?
There is not.
Okay.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
I would have definitely jammed one in. I was just thinking about it, I'm like, it's got
Yeah,
white,
I
you
should
just
have.
jam it in.
I really should have.
All right, so it is now 11:51 p.m. my time. At midnight, so before today, I have streamed all of my streams on my Mac Mini. It's a 2014 Mac Mini, so it's kind of old, so it kind of struggled to keep up with everything.
So do I put Teferi on the top or the bottom?
So now that I've got like an actual PC, I'm looking to see because every time whenever I got to midnight, my stream would shut down. I didn't know if it was my cable company or the computer just going like I'm done, and my router turning into a pumpkin and calling it a night. So we'll see. I just referred to it as my Cinderella rule, and it helped me go to a reasonable time.
We shall see. We shall see.
Oh, that's neat.
Don't worry, this is a Planeswalker deck, Jace. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
Absolutely
really?
not. And when somebody says "don't worry about it,"
We don't We don't have to worry about the ultimate at all.
Yeah.
I mean, if I actually get an ultimate, I don't expect it.
Should I do that? I feel like I'll gain a lot of friends and a lot of enemies if I do that.
Is it Warp World?
There's only. I wish I had that kind of power in Brawl.
Did you see that, Silasary? I put that in my land stack that I did the deck tech on recently, the Lord Windgrace one.
Nice.
And I was like, and one of the last things you can do once you're out of options, and if you don't know if you're going to kill anyone, you can always play Warp World. Just for that extra bit of
Just add-
chaos.
Just add World Slayer. It's fine. Let's do some exploring. Or as Tommy Pickles would say, let's do some exploring. Oh, that's fun.
Rugrats.
That's fun. I'm just going to leave that right there.
One thing I've noticed with this deck is that I often, if a game goes long, have a decent chance of decking myself. Because like the entire deck is just card draw upon card draw upon card draw, and it's like, you know, best case scenario, I end the game with less than 10 cards in library. I don't particularly want to be milling myself.
I want you to mill yourself. I mean, what?
I think this.
Oh, that's a lot of mana. Oh, that's why.
Nice.
She's so pretty.
Oh yeah, it's a great magic card for sure.
Just a bit sad that she's about to rotate. We didn't really get to see the full, Steward of Elements ride that we could have gotten.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you in that order. All right. Passing the turn.
Oh, you mean you're not going to make the mistake of attacking anyone and making an enemy this time? That's a pity. Right, just going
I
to draw a
think I'll
card.
make less. I think I'll make less enemies if I don't attack somebody. I don't know why I just hummed "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go," but that's.
What is it with you and George Michaels lately?
I don't know. he's a happening dude, man. You just can't.
I thought he was
That's how
dead.
geopolitics-
Isn't he dead and not actually
Yes.
a happening dude anymore?
He was a happening dude for his
Now
first
he's
day.
a dead dude.
There's nothing wrong with being dead. Happens to everybody. I sounded like such a stereotype.
Sometimes it's the preferred situation.
Sometimes you're dead. I will be right back.
That's a lie.
Sorry, my dog needs to go out. She's like standing at the office door, like looking at me, and I can tell it's that time. I'm just gonna F8. So
Let me
don't
out,
do
human,
anything
or I'm
stupid.
gonna poop.
All right, everyone, just attack.
Quick, while he's faded. I mean, you servo exhibition without your token doubler. It has a sad. Whoop.
I'm sorry, Josh.
No. Wow. Or at least on my side, is brought to you by PureMTGO.com, where I write all sorts of articles for both Standard and EDH Commander. As you can see from this one here, which is the Lord Windgrace's Estate. It's a new one that's just gone up recently, and it's doing fabulous, and you should all go and check it out.
I will do no such thing.
Ha!
Tonight's stream for Fish and a Merfolk podcast is brought to you by the original Fireman's Brew, Redhead Ale. If you enjoy a full body beer, drink Fireman's Brew.
Your beer is, how do we say, swill to us?
Is what?
Swill. Don't worry, it's a Simpsons reference.
Oh.
It's the Germans.
Only a spine would drink this beer.
Yes. Only a swine that drinks this beer. What do I want to do here?
So Cheshire, now that you have all the lands from your deck out on the battlefield, what
I've
are you
got
going to do?
I've got at least double this amount.
Oh, jeez.
What are you talking about? This is a land stack.
Lands matters.
Yes.
Also, with all these new Gates cards, I can't wait to make a dumb Gates-based bad instant win game commander deck.
Are you going to call it
gonna
Gates
be great.
McFadden?
I was gonna spend a little bit of time trying to find the perfect Gate referencing joke that I could put in.
Look
But
no
that's-
further.
That's a front runner for sure.
Surely there has to be a pun based on Maze's End, though.
But there isn't a Maze's End in Standard, so, I mean, it depends on if it's going to be a Standard deck or an EDH deck, I guess.
It would be an EDH deck for sure.
Boring. I mean, what?
Well, so for in Commander, my favorite Commander deck that I have currently is a mono green control deck that I call Stephen King's The Fog, just to make people mad if that sort of thing makes them mad.
Nice.
So just to make it so that there isn't dead silence between us thinking about what we're going to play, Chesh, what made you want to get into Magic content creation?
You know, it's funny, I was just asked this by one of the UK content creators as part of an interview series that he's doing. So,
Answer it again. Answer it again.
But I don't want to. It makes me sound like a broken record. For myself, I'm obviously the old man of the group, and that means that I grew up in a time before the internet was actually a thing. Like, we had 28K modems and horrible sounds
You're not
of
the only one.
dial-up. I know you're not that much younger than me, Ranch. Ranch sounds young, but he's actually an old man as well. But back in the times of, like, the Inquest magazine and Duelist, I used to read all the articles by... Oh, so do I. The quizzes by Maro, you know, back when... Before he was actually really called Maro. Back when people just called him Mark Rosewater. You know, Keebler, before Keebler was, like, really massive. All of the old Pro Tour winners and stuff used to do these great articles on these broken-ass decks, and I was always like, I want to write about Magic. I want to write about this card game. But, I mean, Australia, right? We're such a small little separated tiny island from everywhere else that there was just no way that we could do anything like that. So
You heard it here first, folks. Australia is not a continent; it's an island.
it's an island. It's a massive island, but it's still an island. Let's be realistic here. It's separated from everything by a massive body of water. So
Aren't all countries islands? And if that's the case,
yeah, but this is smaller than most other countries, right? Like our continent is more of an island. It is tiny and separated from everywhere inhabitable other than New Zealand, which doesn't count. Sorry, New Zealand. Love you.
And everyone wants to kill you there.
And everything wants to kill you here. And apparently we were the origins of life. Yeah, it's a scientific fact that they learnt recently, is that everything actually kind of probably originated here and not actually in Africa. Go us! But, because it was connected.
yay me!
But, for me, it was a case of, like, once the internet became a thing, I started writing about WWE Raw Deal, and Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z, because they were the card games that I was playing at the time that I was doing the best at.
I think you mean WWF.
Yes. Back when it was WWF Raw Deal, and then changed to WWE Raw Deal later on. Exactly. But
Just being a dick.
no, you can be a dick about it. It's fine. It's correct. So I'm not going to call you out for not being correct if you're correct. But, yeah, so for me it was just a case of, like, I like doing content creation. I wish I could do this as a job. It's, you know, probably never going to happen. It's very hard in this industry to get enough notice to be able to do this as your job rather than just some side thing that you do for fun. But I just love this game, and I love playing card games themselves. That's why I'm a board game designer. Yeah. I love playing games. What about yourself, though?
So actually, I've tried doing content creation in several different outlets for some time. Actually, when I was actually in the Navy, the U.S. Navy before this. So like before I got out 2 years ago. So
you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real reason why he loves Merfolk. Go ahead.
That may have something to do with it for sure. But so my okay, well, Silasary is tapped out, so I feel like it's safe. Maybe Cheshire has something to say about this, but I hope not. So I actually got into Magic because of, and so I was seeing a psychologist and a psychiatrist, and they were like, basically it was I was just destroyed. Like I found out a couple weeks before I came home from Afghanistan that my wife was not wanting to be as married to me as she was. Ooh. And so when I came home, I drank like a fish, in a very literal, and so it was just one of those things that, yeah, well, it was one of those things that like my pretty much everyone around me was like, you need to find a hobby that's not drinking, because I would just like come home and just drink, and like it sounds kind of sad, but
it's a thing that happened.
It's a thing that happened, and so a friend of mine, this was happening in Gate Crash. He built me a little dirtily Gruul deck, and
Gruul doesn't dirtle.
No, it was just like built out of like packs that we had opened, and so it wasn't like optimal in any fashion. Basically, yeah, we just he built me this rule deck, taught me how to play Magic, and took me to a modern FNM, I got shat on from on high playing this booster pack built deck against like top tier modern decks, and so yeah, it was just one of those things that it didn't quite hook me right when I started playing, but yeah, it did eventually get me, and I wanted to make popper content at first, but then I don't know, it didn't grab me as much as I thought it would, and then I started getting into Merfolk, and I was like, oh, who makes YouTube videos? I was like, well, Nikachu makes new YouTube videos, and Merfolk Joe and CBass MTG, and I was like, I don't want to do what they do, so I was like, I'll just make a podcast then, and that's what I did.
Makes sense. I just want to point out here.
Now I'm a famous YouTuber.
I just want to point out here that you had a friend that was cool enough that they were like, hey, maybe you want to stop that. Let's build you a deck and let's play some Magic. And I think that's really cool. So.
Oh yeah.
I commend said friend.
My buddy Josh, he was my roommate at the time, and he's a really good dude, and so yeah. And I drink now and stuff, but I've gotten remarried, I have kids, and like everything's great, so don't think that I'm like on the bridge, on the like ropes of killing myself or anything like that. But it kind of helps me bring me, and I played like Pokemon when I was little, Digimon for a little bit, but it's one of those things that I did eventually, things got better, and so here I am. So yay Magic. Silasary, your turn isn't the soonest coming, so what got you into Magic content creation?
That is a really good question, and not one I know the answer to. I honestly don't know when I got into Magic content creation or why. I just, one day, it's like, hey, I guess I've been doing content creation for a while. And I don't know when this started or why it started, but I guess this is a thing that I have been doing for a while.
Ooh, nice.
Well, how about when did you start?
So I started playing the game a very, very, very long time ago. I was still in primary school, and my friend says, hey, happy birthday, here's a 6th edition intro backpack, and I'm going to teach you how to play this game. And I've pretty much been playing ever since.
Oh, awesome.
6th edition, wow.
Yeah.
That was actually a pretty good time to come in, to be honest.
I managed to learn on the new rules, which was helpful.
The revamped, much better rules.
Well, I was, 6 years old at the time. I was not particularly good at the game, and the rules were very, very much not properly enforced anyway, but at least the rulebook that came with 6th edition was a lot better to learn from them than the 5th edition one.
Mm-hmm.
So I was closer to the actual rules than I would have been otherwise.
Well, yeah, I mean, and when you're a kid, I didn't play Magic when I was little, but I played Pokemon, the trading card game, and it's one of those things that you read the rule book and you just kind of go like, oh, well, that's what this must mean, and that's just kind of like how you live your life. You're like, this is
like a candle
this
in the
is
wind.
my yeah exactly. Like, this is what I assume they mean when they say, it has to tap when it attacks. And that's how we're all going to agree that this is how this works.
Thankfully, I got into Magic Online when that first came out, and I learned the actual rules in 2001, and that was so much better.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then I got the joy of teaching all my friends at school, going, hey, so this is how the cards actually work. while we were playing on concrete with unsleeved cards.
Of course.
Scrape.
Yeah, like I just remember like I was, because I was really into Pokemon, and Pokemon was really big at the school I went to, the elementary school I went to. Like I've always been like with Pokemon, and even my first Magic deck was Gruul, and then I quickly moved to the Boros. Is like I've always been into fire Pokemon, at least when I started playing. And so like, of course, like the first deck I built, I was like, oh, I need these Charmanders and these Charmeleons and these Charizards. And Charizards were like, one of the most expensive cards in the original sets. And Tatiova.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like I just remember playing with just unsleeved Charizards, and me like I just remember like me and my brother like just like evolving Pokemon all the way, like right when they come into play, and just like not knowing how anything worked. So it's probably just like you, where you just kind of were like, these are the rules, but then when you learn the rules, you're like, oh no, this is how we have to do things.
Okay.
Well, this should be done soon.
Card.
That's a card that should be in my deck.
Yeah, it really should be.
That's a fun Magic card.
So good, so underrated, especially in this style.
No, not Herald.
Mm-hmm.
Not Herald.
Getting rid of
Take
Harold
away my
first.
Herald. No, Nissa.
You can always block it with your 3/4.
No, Cheshire, no!
Die, 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 die. Choose hero. Yes, Spider-Man reference. I win. Flawless victory.
Well, I had a King of the Hill reference, so I don't know who's the bigger nerd.
Nice.
And then I'll take my other turn.
That construct ain't right.
It's about to get a lot worse. I mean, what?
They're such cute constructs. Look at those faces.
They don't look like 6/6s and 5/5s. Like, they look like they'd be 2/2s at best.
Do 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 do.
What are you copying?
Yeah, of course. So like a
Like
mile away.
the best creature on the field.
Actually, I disagree. The best creature on the field is Kopala, Warden of Waves.
Okay, the best solo creature on the field
Yeah.
that doesn't require other interactions.
Holy sweet lord.
You know what's happening here, Raaanch. You've seen this, right?
Oh, God.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That is a
1,
nice little Magic card.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do a Nexus.
Oh, blah.
Where's the concede button?
I'll have another 7/7 construct, thanks. Oh yeah, sorry, 8/8.
Oh, how could you be wrong about that, Chesh?
I know, right? Terrible.
Well, it looks like we've got time. Raaanch, what made you want to get into content creation?
You don't want to know what I just drew. Mm-mm.
I no.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically going back, I used to watch a lot of content creators and stuff like that, like Absolute MTG and MTG McQuacks and the Mana Source and all that stuff. So I decided, I'm just gonna record some videos and throw them up and see what happens, and that was it. It's a really underwhelming story.
Hey, but it's your story, man. Like you gotta like step up and own it. Be like, yeah, like I fucking put videos on the internet.
Yeah, it's better. It was, I don't know. It was always just the hidden shame from when I was a kid after Revised and stuff like that. So.
Oh, I loved Revised.
Yeah, but after Revised, everything went to shit.
perfectly timed.
Is that a laugh like drop that you're putting in?
No,
'Cause I've heard that.
That's my partner in the background.
Because I've just heard that so many times. And it's like, is that just somebody laughing, or is that like? I'm not mad either way. Like I approve of either answer.
Oh, you're not? How about now?
I'm definitely mad now.
Oh.
That's what I drew for Rashmi last time.
So he wasn't kidding when he said he had a playset.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Did I say that sometimes that I like to play like real gross decks? No? Okay, good.
Oh no.
Let's see here.
Remember how I spread out my attacks? I did that out of fairness.
I've been
And
spreading my
you're over
attacks. What are you
here.
talking about?
Okay. Yeah, but you have 8/8s. You can kill all of us in one turn. Maybe not maybe not
Soon.
Ranch, because Ranch has blockers.
Let's see what
Yeah, I
you've
was
got.
afraid of that.
Two
The answer is
turns.
Ah!
So, about 30 seconds ago, I was like, let me check my graveyard. Oh no, there's only one instant left in my deck.
Hi.
Well, okay.
So this one time?
Good game, everybody. I appreciate all the work and dedication you all have put into this, so thank you so much. It was fun.
So, how does that work? So, it obviously, I'm taking it doesn't exile, it goes back into your deck, is that correct?
Back into my library, you can Chaos Wand my library again.
Wow. Draw me some cards while I can. It's almost like I waited until everyone was pretty much tapped out to do something really gross. After like the whole game of not having anything to do. You see that right, Crusher? Okay, great. Okay.
Oh, it's on me. My bad.
Oh, it's bad.
This is bad.
It was real bad.
Just remember not to kill me if you want to keep casting my Nexus of Fate.
I know.
Oh, he's well aware.
You've got to remember, I also have my own Nexus of Fate, which is currently now in my hand.
How?
Yeah, I just drew it off playing that last Hieroglyphic Illumination.
So is this why you talked me into getting the Nexus of Fate into my deck just half an hour before the stream started?
Yeah, pretty much.
God.
No, it's a legit good card, and I didn't own one, so I figured I should actually just buy one.
Yeah, I bought one because you told me to.
I didn't tell you to. I said, are
No,
you
just made a
playing
very
it?
convincing
Just
argument.
The
Just
best
persuaded.
argument.
Just persuaded you to. There might be a reason that you should have this card in your deck.
I didn't think that reason involved Chaos Wand.
Nobody ever thinks that reason involves Chaos Wand.
And no one ever expects the Spanish Inquisition, but you know what? It happened.
Nice.
Do. We'll pass that.
Never wanted a beer so bad in my life.
You have time. You could just F6 and go get one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, maybe I'll just drink the hard stuff on the shelf behind me.
Do it.
Fuck.
No balls.
That's Chaos Fondue. There was another sorcery in your deck.
Huh.
Ooh.
Oh, so we've made a
Slaughter the
chance.
Strong. Well, I mean, you don't, because my one goes... I'm not going to cast that, no. I like my
So you're
army.
saying there's a chance.
Saying you don't want to destroy all the constructs over there?
Nah, I've got other things that I definitely want to do, though.
Sure.
So where did Sword of a Strong end up?
I see you. Make it exile. No, put a bit of make cast a card.
Oh,
Goes
it's
on the bottom of your
my
library.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna keep making myself constructs.
Oh my god.
Ranch is just like, I want to die. Just let me die.
I'm gonna commit Sudoku over here. No.
Yeah, no,
No.
I see it. I see it.
Okay.
Angel of Invention has 4 swords for you to borrow. You have lots of swords in your art. There's a Legion's Landing. Servos could just stab you. Sisei's got Shanna has a giant sword. Yeah, you're set, man. Also, if you ever feel like killing yourself, get help. Don't. I made light of it, but don't.
No, I know, I get it.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that for you. I'm saying that for them.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, here's a whole bunch of creatures coming at your faces.
Facials?
Yeah, your face holes.
Oh, face holes. Oh.
Yes. So I've got 12
Alright,
cards left in
well-
my deck, and my Nexus of Fate is right on the bottom of my deck.
Oh, darn. That's just.
I know, right?
I shouldn't have blocked, because if I had not blocked, then you would have had lethal on me, and you wouldn't Chaos One on your next extra turn.
Exactly.
But instead I blocked, and now I'm not dead, and you can use that to your advantage.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
This is exactly what I was hoping for.
Oh. I'll go up. Well, Ranch, it was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey,
It
Silasary,
was a lot of fun.
how much damage do you think I can do in a single turn with a Brawl deck?
That depends. Are you talking about this single turn, or are you going to keep coming off for a while?
No, I'm just going to use this turn.
Oh, good.
Jesus.
Look at all those creatures!
Oh, no. I like how Ranch still has the blessing. That's pretty great. I know-
Auto win.
yeah.
Wow.
What? Hashtag blessed.
Yes!
Block.
That has to be. Oh,
Minus 135. Woo!
so you did 130 damage.
Good game. That was great.
That was great for some people.
Yes.
Oh, I should probably move that over here. Here we go. There we go.
So, Rand,
Well,
where
there's-
can people find you?
People can find me at youtube.com/mtgskill.
I want it known that Raaanch is the only person among us who is a honorary graduate of Gudger College.
Good old Gudger College. And I'm a superstar at the Cracker Factory.
I don't know. You're not a family, so they might have to let you go soon.
Can I borrow a feeling?
I've got some feelings.
What are your feelings, Chesh?
135 damage worth of feelings.
God.
That was Silasary was at 5 damage. You were at 5 life, right? So it's really only 130 damage.
No,
No, it's
so-
really
because-
140.
It's 140 because
Oh,
she went to
140.
negative 35. Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Can I borrow
Cody,
135 life?
but then that would put her at 0 life. Cody, so where can people find you?
All right, so you can find me on Twitter as @NotCodySmith. I'm pretty much @NotCodySmith on everything. You can find me at it's Cody with a K, but everything else is spelled the way you think it is. I actually host 3 podcasts. I host Fish and a Merfolk podcast, which you can find at FishcastMTG. I also host YouTunes, which is a new podcast on the They Said We Said network. We talk about cartoons. Currently, we're doing 1 episode a month, but find us there. I also host Monkeying Around, a Simian Spirit Guide podcast. We've had 1 episode. I don't know when the next one will come around. It's basically Between Two Ferns, but if it was about magic. And yeah, we've had 1 episode. So that's where you can find me.
And Silasary.
Find me anywhere you care to look. I am Silasary. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. I stream mostly Penny Dreadful content. Yeah.
Cool. And I'm at Cheshire Plays on the Twitter and Cheshire Plays Games on Twitch and youtube.com/Cheshire Plays Games. And that's been our farewell to Brawl. How did everyone feel about that other than the last, 10 minutes of Dirtle?
I know that before Raaanch got on, we were talking off stream about it, and it's kind of one of those things that right when it came out, everyone was super excited and they're like, yeah, this is a thing, and I can find games all the time, but I mean, just even a month after it came out, it was nothing's here. And I mean, I like Brawl. I hope that it keeps on in some form. I just don't. I think I know Cheshire has expressed this, is that he thinks it's the, and I think as well, is it's the rotation that really kills it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I just feel like it could have been a new way to do EDH. Don't worry about the rotation. Start it from those sets and go. Here's a sanctioned commander format called Brawl, which is the little sibling of EDH Commander. From these sets onwards is what we're going to accept.
Even if it was just any cards you want, but it's 60 card commander and you can have a Planeswalker's commander, I would play that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. Yeah.
I just feel like cutting out a whole bunch of the older sets is a good idea, because some of that stuff you just can't get anymore. And if you can, you're paying $50, $60 for even stuff that's now been reprinted finally in Battle Bond, of all places. A certain printed to mythic, awesome commander staple for green decks that uses counters. I think that...
the green one. Sorry, I was thinking the white one.
No. Although, wow. A Planeswalker Academy Rector is just amazing.
Now,
Land tax is a staple in any mono white commander deck.
Oh, land tax?
Yeah.
Nah, don't care about land tax.
so to kind of build on what Silasary, if it was just 60 card commander, I'd be fine with it. I totally understand them wanting to kind of have it's from this on, because I mean that's basically what Modern is, right? It's a 60 card format. It's from 8th edition on, and basically this is the card pool. And I could see something like that happening. Something kind of Frontier is kind of that, right? Where it's from the new card frame on, But like, what if we just did that? Like from this card frame on, like this, it's Commander, but it's 60 cards. Like, what would you guys think about that? Like
I
Frontier
really love it.
Legality.
So the thing that I really love about Brawl is the fact I can use Planeswalkers as commanders. It's the one thing that I can't do in normal Commander. That, like as you saw, I was playing Teferi as my commander. It's a lot of fun. This deck didn't do much because you all kept trying to stifle me. But
Because Teferi.
I mean, if I had Dovin as my commander, would I be any less scary?
Yes.
I think Dovin Bond is a little bit less scary than Teferi. I also had a bad taste in my mouth from Teferi from playing in Modern, so that might have something to do with it. But you know, Teferi is very strong.
Yeah, like the way I built this deck, it is a blue-white Super Friends deck. Basically, if Oath of Teferi was able to be my commander, it would be. I have literally every Planeswalker that is legal in Standard, with the exception of Gideon Marshall Paragon, because I could not obtain a copy of it.
I have a copy for you.
Now you have a copy.
What do you mean, how? There was the Planeswalker deck one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I have a copy.
Online.
No, not online. Physical. Oh, you mean online? Oh, okay. I thought you meant physical.
Like,
I was going to say, no, I've got a copy in physical you can have.
I think she meant specifically for this.
Yeah.
Like, the way Magic Online works, the Planeswalker decks are only available on the store while that set is most current.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, any of the Planeswalker decks from Ixalan or earlier, you can't get them anymore. And any of the exclusive cards in there, whether it be the Planeswalker itself or the, tangential cards like Niambi, or even just the alternate art tap lands, like you saw my Meandering River there, which is really, really nice, and you could only get if you bought the Teferi deck.
Huh.
And all of those cards just kind of ceased to exist because unless you bought them in the Planeswalker deck while it was on the store, you don't have one. You can't get it anywhere. It's not in the treasure chests. No one is selling them because anyone who bought them wanted them for those cards. And yeah, it's just kind of. I got.
Can't you get Meandering Streams from when it was in Zendikar?
Okay, so I can get the inset one. I can't get the really nice Dominarian River with the cloudy sky and all the awesome stuff that's going on there.
Okay.
Because this is unique art and flavor text.
Raaanch, you've been kind of quiet. What do you think about Brawl?
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to transfer some cards back to Chesh. To be honest,
I keep screaming at him with caps.
I haven't.
Caps.
I've never played a lot of Brawl. The format really never attracted me, just because, like, for the years I played, I other than just like EDH, like I play mini masters, but that's pretty much it. Like, I've never been really big. I have a really small play group. We're all old school players that do two things. It's my very first time playing Brawl. I think it's all right, but like you said, the rotating thing is just, to me, it's the reason why I don't play Standard.
Yeah, I mean, I started out playing Standard, but I think that's just kind of how, Wizards kind of wants people to be funneled into Magic is through Standard. But when you start kind of expanding your horizons into, like, Commander or EDH, and Modern and Legacy and stuff like that, like, it's very easy to understand why Standard wouldn't appeal to you. And so it's like making a semi-eternal format that is based on Standard legal cards might not be 100% the best. But also, I don't work for Wizards, so I don't know what's coming. Maybe there's something super cool coming, and Brawl will be the most desired format ever. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of my 2 cents on it.
No, I like it.
I think it's a great format. I think one of the biggest problems is something we've seen a lot of when it comes to Wizards, which is if you're gonna set up a new format, you need to get behind the new format straight away. It's not a case of like, here's this great new format, and then there's no competitive tournaments for it, no casual tournaments for it, no promos for it. I think that the biggest problem with this was that cards like Nexus of Fate should have been a tournament promo for Brawl instead of a buy a box promo. It's a very good promo, and if you really want people playing that format, you give them a really good exclusive promo so that people have to play that format because people are going to be buying those standard cards anyway. I think that for me, it was a case of, we'll see how Brawl goes in the future, and Wizards keep saying that they're going to, back it, but we still haven't seen any plans of like, okay, well, where's the tournaments for it? What is my reason to play Brawl outside of playing Standard Showdown, Friday Night Magic Draft, RPTQs, PPTQs, all that sort of stuff? What's attracting players to play Brawl? See, it's different when you get to EDH because it's a casual format that was born out of a casual player base. And yes, there is competitive EDH, which sometimes gets played at like GPs and side events and sometimes at stores. But it was never intended as like a full-on competitive thing, whereas Brawl feels a little bit more competitive because you're constantly having to cycle those cards out of your collection because of rotation.
Yeah, I mean, did anyone play any Frontier when that was kind of a thing?
No.
No.
Frontier, to me, Frontier was made so that people could continue to play Coco unabated.
So I, at the store that's close to me, there was one Frontier tournament, and I played in it, and I basically every deck was like a 4-color, amalgamation, and I don't know, like I would feel better about Brawl if it was maybe like, okay, starting with Ixalan, it's just everything forward. Like even if there's some sort of weird arbitrary cutoff, like, because at least then it's like you could keep this commander and you could keep adding to it, and that's kind of the appeal of EDH, where your deck is never finished. Every set you could find new goodies for your deck, and you have to work and go, well, what do I want to take out for this new thing? Or, oh, hey, this new card makes this old card work better.
Well,
and so, yeah.
And that's really it, isn't it? Like, you see a new set, and if you're an EDH player, the first question you ask is, what cool commanders are there, and what awesome toys are there to upgrade my existing decks? Like, that's the basic premise of EDH in a nutshell. It's not like, what awesome powerful things am I, going to get to do? It's more like, what cool toys am I going to get to play with this particular commander that I've been playing for, 4 years, that I'm so used to, and I know how to build around it. I know how to play this particular one deck. Some people are going to have multiples, but generally speaking, a lot of people are looking at those sets going, all right, cool, what's the cool hot thing that I can do now? What toys am I going to get to play with? And Brawl kind of has that, but in a very limited capacity, and I think that is certainly a downfall.
And being forced to take stuff out does not feel good.
It doesn't feel good at all, because then you're having to like get used to your deck all over again and rebuild it from scratch. Who wants to do that? No one.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is just like, I know, Cheshire, you had said something about this, was they need to support it with tournaments. And I think, from what I understand, game stores are able to hold FNMs that are Brawl. But I mean, what incentive do they have to do that? In standard, in any 60-card format, when you have a card that's worth selling, it's something that you want to sell in 4 ofs. You don't want to sell them in 1 ofs. So like Nexus of Fate is a great example, where like, I mean, you had a deck that was able to take advantage of being able to cast Nexus of Fate several times, but like in standard, if you're playing Nexus of Fate, you're playing 4 of it.
Yeah, or at least 3.
At least 3, yeah. So if you're a store owner, right, and you've got this, you've got few people saying, oh, hey, what's this Brawl thing? Like, are you going to pass up your FNM being standard to push these Teferis and Kumenas and the higher end, the more expensive cards, like the $10 up cards, to sell like one of Vine Shaper Mystics, you're not going to do that. So it makes sense. Like stores aren't incentivized to push Brawl. I don't think.
Well, I mean,
At least in my opinion.
yeah, in our area,
If they were, you can't run Brawl tournaments very easily. The Wizards reporting software does not that you do multiplayer games. You just can't do it. Every single time I've had to sanction a conspiracy draft, everyone involved has just hated it. It's like Word does not do 3 to 4 player games, and Brawl is a multiplayer format, so tournaments don't work.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's great for kitchen tables and keeping together your decks forever. Just transfer your Brawl decks into Commander deck.
Which works if you don't have a Planeswalker as your commander.
Exactly. Which I still don't understand
You can
why they haven't made that change.
you can update that with your playgroup, right? Just make it a thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. That was a lot of fun, you guys. I appreciate that.
That was very
Yeah,
fun.
that was
We'll have to do
great.
this again.
Yeah, thanks for
Sorry,
bringing
Raaanch.
Ranch, yeah, that's great. It's great.
Everything was
great.
Thanks for
That was
killing me
still
with your
super fun.
army of constructs. Chaos
I got
one is so
killed.
good.
I got broken by machines.
Story of
broke
my
them.
life.
So many comments.
Well, that was definitely a lot of fun. Thanks, Chesh, for putting this together. And Silasary, it was nice to meet Silasary and Raaanch. It was also nice to meet you as well.
Lovely to meet you both.
I'm definitely open to doing more things like this. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. We'll definitely work on something for next month. We'll look at it.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, maybe we could do like guild brawls.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That might possibly be a thing.
Yeah.
That
Alright,
would definitely be.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys later then. I'm gonna bounce out because it's almost 1 a.m. So
Yeah, go get some sleep.
I don't need sleep. Sleep's for the dead.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good
Good night.
night.
All right, kill stream.